Ah, right into the battle. Oh, fun. I saw that guy coming up on it as I hit the button to end episode 27. Anyway, guys, hello. This is Tyler here with episode 28, and this will be another probably view. And that's really what this is. When I'm really playing Minecraft, it's really like a vlog of stuff. You know, when I don't have anything to talk about, I'll do actually a lot of game stuff. But this is really just a vlog, kind of, in a way. But anyway, yeah, back to what we were talking the last time about, you know, about Johnny Manziel and all that crud. See, Creeper. I don't know. There's no connection between those two figures. Yeah, no army can go ahead and end this mess. I'm not shocked that happened. That was... Where did I spawn? Oh yeah, over here. That's right. That's where my spawn point is. But yeah, that's, you know. Anyway, we talked about that. We talked about, you know, LeBron and Cleveland and all that other stuff. You know, I think that would be something that, you know, I always thought it was kind of weird that that never happened. I thought that, you know, okay, you have LeBron there, he'd be a good mentor for him, and it really never happened. You know, people made that joke, like there's a Frank Caliendo thing where he joked around about that. But you honestly thought it'd be the truth. I mean, you looked at it and said, okay, though, you know, he'll help him out, you know, he'll get him on the direction of being, F3A, isn't it? Sorry. There we go. Anyway, you think, okay, he's going to help him out, but it really never happened, and then it created a situation where, again, Johnny kind of had to be the guy. And I don't think that's the most beneficial thing for him. And please tell me that all my stuff just... Okay, there it is. But anyway, I mean, no, you know... And that's kind of what LeBron had when he came back. You know, he was the guy, but at the same point, they had kind of built up a team at that point. You know, they were ready to go. I don't know. In fact, I kind of forget where I was going with the whole thing. Kyrie. I guess that's what I was kind of going with. The team. I kind of went off on a complete tangent because I kind of dropped the whole Johnny thing and Zell thing because, again, either you're going to... That's a topic that people either love him or hate him. There's really not much in between. I'm missing my axe, which is not the end of the world if it's gone, but go ahead and look for it a little bit. I just picked it up. No. Maybe I used it all. Be careful, I don't want to use all my axe. Start smelling bad. Because I don't realize that stuff smells bad if you use too much of it. Well, I guess our axe is gone, so I'll have to just drop this stuff off. But anyway, guys, what I was talking about, the whole LeBron thing. It's like, I think that whole time he wanted to go back. He was just kind of sick and tired of them. And I get it. You know, people say, well, he cheated. And I'm like, you know, they really didn't do much to help him out. Like, he asked continuously, okay, guys. He basically did the same thing. He wants another superstar. The thing is that back then they wouldn't give it to him. They thought, okay, we don't need anybody else, you know. LeBron can win by himself and he just step it up. Well, the thing is, no, he couldn't. Because at the time, there was too many other teams like that. You had the Celtics, you had the Lakers, you had... nowadays he can get away with it because there's really only another good team. That, you know, well, I shouldn't say that. I shouldn't say that because the Spurs and the, you know, there's other good teams. But what I'm saying is, when it comes down to it, there's only one team that can take the Cavs to every single night if they needed to, you know, or I don't know. We'll put it this way: there's one team that they will be facing in the finals almost every year, and that's the Warriors. Well, no, that's the thing. Oh, I lost my train of thought completely when I messed that up. Dang it. That happens sometimes when I'm all tired, which I am today. Where was I? LeBron. Oh, the whole thing about playmakers. Yeah, I think that's like when you're having to face like the Warriors or something, and they have 4 guys that are legit all-pro. I don't know what they call all-NBA. I think is what it's called in basketball. But when you have 4 all-NBA guys starting on the other team, it's like, what do you do? It's like, we need somebody else at this point to, you know, counter that. And it is starting to put a monopoly on good players, which I think is kind of stupid in my opinion. I think it should be spread out more because what's the point? You have the same two teams in the finals every year. Why not just make it so they play each other 82 times in the season, and then play in playoffs, or play in the championship? And then it's like, because basically that's what's going on. You're building two super teams that they're really no chance. Their only realistic chance to win it is going to go to one of those two teams. And I think if you think about it, that's what's going to happen this year. I really don't. Spurs are good, but they're not. Let's put it this way. I think they miss Tim Duncan a lot. I think it's more apparent than, it's more of a standpoint of, you don't realize what you have until you lose it. I think he was a good team leader. I mean, his on the court stuff had kind of been declining, which is what older guy does not have that happen. But I mean, in the locker room, he was a leader. And I think that's what they miss most about him. I mean, they still play pretty. I mean, they're still a pretty good team. Like I still played the one the other day. That was pretty good. And I forgot to set the alarm again, which will set it to. Oh, that makes sense, doesn't it? Yeah. Do a stretch. Got to stretch 4. Oops. Yeah, kind of LeBron is so much. I don't know. LeBron can play any position on the floor, which is funny too. But anyway, that's that. But that's. I love how all this stems back to this talking about the Super Bowl and how all the Browns and stuff. Oh, but anyway, let's try to get back into that direction after we're done with this. But I don't know. It's just tough to talk about that. But anyway, I don't even remember what I was saying. It's kind of bugging me now. I don't know. When you have to talk for this long, sometimes you start to get your words mumbled together, and then when you try to correct it, then afterwards you're like, okay, I'm good. What was I talking about? Like, oh, yeah, that's get completely what you're talking about. I think I was talking about LeBron going back to the Cavs, all that. Yeah, but I think they can. I think they were the whole time were just planning his return and saying, okay, guys, let's get some players. Let's make sure he'll be satisfied. And then they just got draft picks, which in the end made it so that they could easily get Kevin Love with that draft pick, which I think is the biggest waste of. I don't know. I guess Wiggins hasn't been too bad, but I think in the end, I'm not saying the Cavs made a bad decision. In fact, I think that was a very good trade for them. I think it's won them a championship. I think that Kevin Love is underrated in a way, but I think in the end you look at it and say, well, that was a big move for the Timberwolves because they lost their, and they took a chance. Which Karl Anthony Towns is, I don't know, that's superhuman right there. But the thing is, he needs somebody else. I think he'd really benefit from having another center around. And I mean, obviously they have some center around. I mean, I can't think of any off the top of my head, actually. But obviously they have backup. But I think he'd do better as if you had a more talented center there, because then he wouldn't have to sit there and carry everything. Which in the end he's going to have to do right now. But hopefully they can. If the Timberwolves are smart, they eventually go and try to find somebody to pair up with him. And maybe they snipe a good player off their team, like like a Kate. And I wouldn't say, I don't know. I don't know though. I don't think they really have the money to do that though. Like, oh crap. Sorry, I blinked and then yeah. Ah, dang it. We're out of pickaxes. We'll just leave it there for now. I don't really care. But yeah. Where's my water? It's getting a little dry. Now fill this in between episodes or something. Sometimes I'll start to record and my throat will get dry faster than others. Like there's sometimes where I can talk for 3 hours and have no problem with hydration. There's other times where I have to get a drink every 5 minutes. So it's interesting, definitely. But I don't know. It comes down to you learn a lot when you do this. Like I will say this: I've learned more about about this kind of stuff, and since I've been doing this, so It's definitely, I almost sounded like it was going to be, well, I learned more about this than I did that time I took a class on it. Like, I've never taken any class. I guess film lit, but I mean, that doesn't have anything to do with Minecraft videos. We're not doing role-playing. Okay. So anyway, let's go ahead and start construction. I just want to get this started so we can have something to show for it. We have a ton of this. Let's go ahead and start to convert it over. Go ahead and breed the cows actually first though, just so we have them all bred. Or we can get some nice tools when we decide we're not going to die every 5 seconds. Ooh, that guy was going to help us out here. Okay, let's get these guys together. Let's get this on our bar. He gets in the water. Oh, I'm in the water now. I'm gonna die. Dang it. I saw that coming. Ah, I knew my sword was gonna break. Okay, so let's go ahead and get down here. Let's go ahead and make a new sword when we get back down there. The 33 level is dying. That was bad, but I'm not really ashamed of that death. That was just because I ran out of a sword. Which happens. Like there really anything to do. At least I bred the cows beforehand. And yeah, that's the other thing is I'm gonna do stuff like that to get experience. It's not like I'm not concerned with it. Oh, of course there's a zombie right there. My stuff. One here. No, of course not. That'd be too simple. I think it was over here anyway that I died. Yep, there's the little. Well, nothing I can do about that. This is perfect. Take out the zombie. I'm gonna die again. Yep. Dang it. I like how they have that spawn range down. Remember, because it used to be just one spot. Now you can spawn it, you know. Unless you MC edit it or, you know, change a command block around. Really, your spawn point does not, you know, is random. And this is not just on one block, I've noticed, since, you know, it's now, like, around. And it's nice because, you don't have stupid spawn protection crap. Which did hamper a lot of people's builds. I'm going to with a potato. Actually, this shovel's better than a potato. I can get them. There you go. You, on the other hand, I'm going to have to sit out this battle. Oh, I blew up my steak! No, I didn't. There it is. I think that's everything I had. It was important, at least. Pickaxe, a diamond pickaxe is in there, so that's at least okay. Let's go over here and breed these cows a little bit. Well, I want to just wait till morning to do that. It's not worth dying again. Especially when we got the zombie horde coming in. You know, I made the science shovel to try to be a good thing. Go ahead and run away. Over here, let's make this sword. Do that real quick before we die. Okay. Monster. Killed how many monsters? It doesn't make any sense. Oh, I got time to strike. Okay, that's why. Like, I've killed how many monsters and it's just now giving me that achievement? I hadn't realized I got the other one. So let's go ahead and take these. These we'll need. And we got plenty of those, so let's go ahead and convert these real quick. This is all we can use. We don't really need this potato. I think that came from a zombie anyway. So basically what we're going to do is... Oh. It's hard to figure out which is the wood and what isn't. Okay, so basically what this plan is, it's going to be a... I'll just start building. It'll become obvious. Well, we just need a number 44. Okay, then I'm going to put a wood block on top of it. There we go. There. We're going to do more than one this time. I just did that for demonstration purposes. So that's basically what we're going to do with all this. Again, hopefully this looks good. I think it should. Yeah, it looks okay. I mean, it's not the greatest. I mean, obviously we're never going to beat Picasso or anything, but, you know, same point. It's pretty good. Let's go ahead and do 2, and then we'll see how that will make sure this is looking okay to start out. so why would he do this? Why would he build? Let's go. I don't know. Fence looked right though. It's probably not gonna work in that. He was more of a anti-square guy, so I don't think necessarily fit this. And a few of his houses, it's pretty cool. There we go. And obviously the top. See how that starts to look. We're also probably going to take out and put a window somewhere. The window's in here too, but you know, that's for another day. Let's go ahead and put the 4 things in here. So they're in there. Let's go ahead and we can do 6. We'll do 6 and then we'll be left with 8. So you remember that number because then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Just so I don't, you know, accidentally use more than I should. I mean, that won't be that hard. But I forgot to make an axe. Which again, I'm probably going to go through here, and a lot of this is going to get taken. Some of it's going to get taken down when I had the windows in. But you know, I just want to have it built because there's the tree farm I want to start working on at some point. You know. This is only 20 high too, so I think that's a good. I think that's going to be a good height. It's going to be insane. Like sometimes if you get too insane, it just doesn't look good anymore. That's why I'd say the max on this is 20, because if not, then it'll just start looking funny, and I don't want that. I want this thing to look cool. I want this thing to like look cool and, you know, be very practical. I think we'll see that eventually. And I'll build some weird stuff. Like, this thing is going to be like a whole... It's like a little canvas, you know, to do stuff. And I think that's what we're going to use it as. Like, I'm going to put in a kitchen. I'm going to try to figure out how to make a kitchen in this game and stuff like that. Stuff just to have fun. I think that's... Dang it. I'm going to... Where did I go? That part I said about... Okay, there it is. I'm like, where did I come from? Well, that's a question I don't think that Minecraft can answer, but, you know. You know what I mean. I like how that kind of starts. I like how you... Yeah, I think that'll look good, especially when we put in the windows. Right now it kind of looks, but once you put in the windows, it should look pretty good. So I died right about here, so let's go over here and see if any of our stuff's right there. It doesn't look like it, but it's not. It's always worth the check out. I got something. Yeah, I think we're good. Go ahead and get a drink. After that, some water. Again, it's one of those things that some days I don't need to drink any water when I'm recording. There's other days where I need to be like a camel. Just go nuts, you know. I wouldn't say camel, but you know what I mean. Like there's some days where it's just, I don't need it. Yes, in theory, that would be like a camel. You need it a lot, and then you don't need it at all, hardly, for a while. Okay. Yeah, it's kind of, this giant wall here kind of blocked everything from going where it shouldn't have. So ideally, you wouldn't have fallen off there. We would have, you know. How did we acquire more crap? Okay, we need to drop all this stuff off. I'm tired of having to not have my inventory full of stuff because I'm sitting here with all this crud that doesn't mean anything. Let's get rid of seeds. Let's get rid of the wheat. We don't need that. In fact, we probably should keep that around just so we can feed the cows. Get rid of all this crap. We don't need it. We don't need that. Cobblestone's valuable because we need another axe eventually. But we don't need that. We don't need this right now. We really don't need this right now. Well, we'll trade that out just so I can have steak, a better food source. Get rid of the rotten flesh. We don't really need the coal. Well, actually, we might. Let's go ahead and use some of that. There we go. Back in here, we'll keep the sword on us just in case. We'll keep the arrows, throw on there. Die right, and I think that's good. Now we can do this. Just there's no sense in sitting here and having our whole inventory full of wood. and not be able to, not planks, right? Yeah, for the most part. Okay, so that's 4. So how many do we need? So how many can we do? 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 21. So let's go do ahead and 21. Let's go do 21 and see what that gets us. Pretty much almost the end of that. Probably pretty close. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Yeah, I was almost right. Almost the end of it. This will probably take us to the end of the episode, but at least we got something done this time, and it wasn't just tree cutting. And again, we kind of veered away from talking about the Super Bowl. Well, we'll get into it by the hopefully next episode. I promise. I'm not going to promise anything, but at the same point, I want to get into it because I thought it was an insane game. And I can tell you the story of how I found out about the comeback, because it wasn't like it was funny when I first saw that. But anyway, we'll talk about that here in a minute once I get on the next episode, because I'll just devote that to the Super Bowl recap. Again, it'll be a long time. It'll be almost the end of February before you see it. But at the same point, it's okay to do it that way, because then I'm recapping something that it really doesn't matter what. Because this is all being recorded. Yesterday, I'm recording this one after another, and I'm probably going to record 3 or 4 of them if I have time. I try to record these things when I have time. That's basically what I try to do, because I want to get them out and make sure I have a good supply. That way, if I get busy or something happens, I can have plenty of content to carry over. It's not like I'm a doomsday guy. I just like to have the content recorded, so all I have to do is you upload it, and then it's there, and schedule it. That way I can, relax about it and not have to worry about, oh no, I need to record this. And oh no, I have this project due, or I have this paper to write, which I'm probably not going to write too many papers this semester, but you know what I'm saying. Basically, if something comes up with school or something and I need to spend more time on that, I don't have to worry about, I don't have to worry about YouTube stuff. And honestly, school is my first priority, because I don't do this obviously for a living, but at the same time, I do enjoy making these videos, and it's definitely something I want to continue doing for a long time. And now that I have all the resources together, pooled in, do so, and I'll probably do some more real life stuff. Like, I'm going to try to and it'll probably be out by the time I've recorded this. I'll try to do more like sports stuff, like with baseball or stuff like that. I thought about making a college basketball series when I went through the recaps, but that is insane. And I think I should just stick to my baseball card series, which is a series I've carried over from multiple channels, and it's gotten okay views on all of them, so it's like, why not do it here? Especially since this is the channel I feel more comfortable in. But yeah, basically it's called Baseball Card Mania. Basically what I do is I get a baseball card out. Most likely it'll be something, it'll be whoever. I just draw it out, and then we go through them. And probably this year I'm going to go through I have binders. So probably what I'll do with them is just go through the binders, and we'll do it that way. And then that way I can easily know who. And we might have repeats. I'll try to catch on to that. If not, I'm pretty good about recognizing that stuff. But anyway, guys, once I get this finished, let's turn that off. Apple's suing me because their dang sounds are in there. Let's go ahead and jump off here. Let's see what we got here. I like that a lot. I like the look of it. I think, again, once we put windows in there, it'll look a lot better. But I like the look of it early on so far. I like the contrast in colors, though, because you get that. Again, I think it'll look a lot better once we get it done and I put the roof on that I want. But it's going to be a block, and, that's okay, in my opinion. I mean, it's Minecraft. Everything's a block, If it's not a block, then we're not playing Minecraft. We might do it that way. No, in my opinion, that's how it works. Put the stake in there. Anyway, guys, it's been episode, what was it, 28? Yeah, 28 of Minecraft. And again, next one, I'll try to get to the Super Bowl. No promises. I'll do it in this recording session, so don't worry. You'll eventually get it. But anyway, that's that. Anyway, guys, see you next time. Bye.